Our world has changed over the last 2 years. Now you can have full engineering team in an afternoon, launch a business over the weekend, and build a product in few days. AI has removed all the barriers. The barriers that used to separate technical from non-technical, junior from senior. In the world where everyone has access to the same tools, how do you stand out? What makes you different? Hi, I'm Sahil. Welcome to the channel. I'm working as an AI/ML engineer and been building products for the last 15 years. If you are navigating this space of AI, let's do it together. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Over the last year, working closely with AI, building products, and observing people that are making an impact, I've put together these 7 principles, 7 philosophies that we can adopt to stand out in the age of AI. Ship in public. You must have heard this million times, but I think this matters most now than ever. See, we consume content most of the time. Watch videos, read papers, watch courses, and gathering knowledge is important, but applied knowledge is power. Now, building a product and tool is not enough. It's shipping in public. Work on a concept, develop a tool, publish it into the public space, write a post about it, make demo videos, let people discover your work. You never know who's watching and who's using it. This journey of working on a concept and releasing it to the public will teach you so many valuable skills. But my advice is don't get attached to the outcome. Do the work, release, and move on. As Alex Hormozi said, do so much work, so much volume of work, so that it's impossible to ignore you. Let me tell you a personal story. A few months ago, Andrej Karpathy published a tweet about LLM Wiki, the second brain. And I got so inspired and resonated with the idea because I have so many documents lying around. So I wanted to make my own personal knowledge base. And what I did, I built a tool called Wikimine. It's publicly available on GitHub, and as an NPM package, I'll put the link in the description for you to check out. But not only I made the tool, I published it. I even made a demo video showcasing how the tool works. And I was talking about it on social media, sharing with everyone I know. And what's happened is now I'm working with a team to develop a knowledge base for the team, like a team wiki. And that's the power of showing your work. Explore the world of open source. Contribute there. Make your work public and present it in such a way that others can use it. Pick a domain. You know what AI is replacing most? Generalist. The person who can do many things with an okay standard. Because AI can automate those things. What makes you special is your domain, the speciality in your domain. Because if you're a specialist in an area, AI can amplify that. Pick an area, go deeper into it, understand the world around it, understand how AI is impacting it. For example, AI engineer, that's broad, but AI engineer for legal services, that has a ring to it. AI engineer for biotech research, that's specific. The more narrow you are, the more leverage you have. The combination of deep knowledge with AI capabilities is a rare combination. So my advice, pick something that you care about, not what's trending. You need to be in love with the area, so when the time gets tough, when obstacles comes in your way, you keep going. Pick an area, then go deeper into it. Talk to people inside it. Observe how AI is interrupting. Read industry publication, understand workflow, understand the politics, the regulations, and that will give you the edge. Build taste. This is probably one of the most important skills to have in the age of AI. AI coding agents are building reasonably good apps in just few minutes, and the UI is getting better as well. So building is not special anymore, but your taste is. How do I describe taste? Taste is the accumulated judgment of experiences that you've learned from shipping products publicly. By learning the mistake, by seeing various patterns, you develop a sense of what is good. And the only way to build your taste is by actually getting your hands dirty, to actually build the products and ship it publicly. It ties nicely to our first point. There is just no shortcut to developing a taste. I'm going to give you a little framework on how you can do that. When you do the work, pay attention to your own reaction. Pay attention to what you like and why, and what you hate and why. Critique your own work ruthlessly. Study the people you trust, you admire. Observe their work. Try to argue with them in your heart. Try to understand the patterns they are using. And slowly but steadily, you will build your taste. One way to stand out is to be good at what AI can't do yet, and taste is one of them. Develop a point of view. Mostly we repeat what we read. We share when a new research comes out, we post about a new tool, new framework, but are we sharing it with our own point of view? A point of view is your own thinking, your own worldview of the concept at hand. You can test if you have your own point of view. In your field, can you make a claim that is original and not everyone will agree with? If you don't, think about it. For example, I believe that the shared coordination layer between the agents is more important than the AI model itself. To the point, I'm building my own protocol called Akashic Protocol to address the missing layer, the memory layer between the agents. Even these videos, these philosophies, these are my point of view. It might be wrong, but they are mine. I've learned and developed this through my experience and I'm not afraid to share. So how can you develop your point of view? Spend time in your area of work. Notice what is missing or bugging you that no one else is talking about. Form an opinion, write about it. Talk to other people who disagree. Have a debate, have a healthy debate, and then learn with the experience. And slowly, steadily, you will develop your own point of view. Write to think. The most underrated skill is to clearly communicate your thinking because AI cannot think for you. Now, the way to develop clarity in thinking and communication is by writing. The ability to clearly articulate complex problems in clean writing will give you the edge across all fields for founders, engineers, or designers. When you write down your thinking, three things happen. First, you identify what you really understand and what you don't. You identify the gaps in your reasoning. But most importantly, you develop a piece of artifact, a post that someone else can read and you can share it with anyone. Don't become invisible because you can't explain your brilliant work. The ability to explain will give you the edge and eventually makes you stand out where you're seen as technical leader or a speaker. Write every day, but not for publication, but for your own thinking, and then publish a fraction of it. And over time, you will develop your writing voice. Now the lazy version is to ask AI to write it. If you ask AI to write it, AI will do the thinking. You have to do the thinking, that's the edge. Build range. In second philosophy, we talked about being a specialist, but a specialist with a range is very rare. What I mean by range is how many body of work you can touch. For example, an engineer's primary job is to write code. Now AI is writing code, so what do? We do everything else around the code. Documentation, conversation with the product team, technical decisions that shape business outcome, explaining the technical concepts to non-technical stakeholders, the architecture choices. That's the range. The skill is to move seamlessly between the technical work and the human work. Now, how do you build range? Take work outside your comfort zone. Volunteer for a meeting. Meet the sales team. Get involved in areas outside your normal day-to-day work. If you build a range and you are a specialist in an area, you will stand out. Show up consistently. We have heard this a million times. The name of the game is persistence. It shows intent, it shows character. When we look at social media, we look at the viral moments, the overnight successes, and we want to achieve the same in a short burst of time. But that's not how it works. But all those successes are made up of decisions. Decisions to show up daily. The world is designed to make us quit, but we have to keep going. Look past the motivations, look past the moment of silences. If you keep showing up daily, something will shift. All these philosophies that we talked about today also require discipline, require consistency. Build and share your work. Become a specialist in an area. Build a taste, develop your point of view, keep writing, keep showing up. All these require discipline. So my final advice is, pick something you can sustain, follow these philosophies and sustain it. So these are the 7 philosophies. But let me tell you the truth for standing out. Standing out in this age of AI is not a strategy you can execute. It's the byproduct of becoming a potential kind of a person. The person who's shipping out the work consistently, becoming an expert in the area, developing a taste, clearly, confidently standing by their point of view, and have the ability to write and clearly communicate their thinking. But most importantly, showing up consistently. The person stands out because they are standing out. You don't have to master or perfect all these philosophies or all the philosophies in the world. Start with one. Start building and shipping it publicly, and the rest will follow. AI has disrupted our world and the barrier for building has collapsed. But that creates more opportunity, but you have to raise your standards. I hope you enjoyed this philosophies. If you find something useful, please like a video and subscribe to the channel. I will see you in the next video. Meanwhile, keep building and keep shipping in public.